Hi there. So I have a brand new set of artistic backgrounds in my store, and I wanted to give you some examples on how I use them and how possibly you could use them. So this image was shot outside, and I had this little girl leaning up against a tree, but I really wasn't a fan of the background at all. So I used this particular background right here, and all I did was cut out my subject and the tree, and I used various foliage brushes on my mask to paint this backdrop elements to the forefront. So that's just one example. This is another example. So this is a studio shot, and I did the same thing. I selected my subjects and I clicked mask, and then I pulled this background between the background layer and my subject layer, and just using a brush, I just painted back the elements that existed in the studio shot that I wanted to keep. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how I used this background to embellish an existing outdoor shot. So here's a picture I took of Sunny. Basically, all I did was I cut Sunny out. So the background, I could just place my background in very easily like this. And then all I did was I adjusted the brightness of that background, made it a little bit darker, and I did a hue saturation layer. And choosing the reds, I just pulled the slider to the left so that I got a color that more matched her dress. So this is another super easy but very artistic and creative way to apply these backgrounds. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you how I am going to take this outdoor shot and use a backdrop, because I know a lot of people would not even bother attempting this just because it looks like there's so much going on. So again, what I did was I chose select subject and I put her on her own layer with a mask. Okay. And then what I did was between the subject select layer of her, I brought this background in. And now this is just a pretty basic background that's part of this new set. And it's great for these outdoor shots that you're maybe not sure what to do. Now, if we just left it like this, it's kind of not really connected. These florals that are in the foreground and the ones that were behind her, I felt like I needed to add more florals to this to kind of make it more cohesive. So all I did was I brought in some of my flowering weeds, and you guys might recognize these because they're available in my store, but they're actually kind of a lavender purple color. So all I did was I put a layer over top, I clipped it, and then I chose a yellow color and I painted those flowers, because those flowers, if I left them purple, wouldn't really match this image. So I painted those to match the rest of this. These are some florals that I added. If I open these up, we can see that I had more florals here as well. And I just added these all in. And all I did was adjust the opacity to suit this image. And this is what I came up with. Sometimes you have to think a little bit outside of the box in order to get creative and use different backgrounds and maybe some PNG files like this to kind of marry it all together. And this is my final edit of this picture. So I hope this makes sense. And now you can get a little bit better of an example and ideas on how to use more artistic textured backgrounds in your portrait.